against coronavirus is one of the biggest humanity has ever in the 21st century, and with over 2.4 million people affected across the globe, the race to find a cure for coronavirus is a question scientists, doctors, and medical experts have been grappling with for a long time. But in the past month, we've seen how plasma therapy has emerged as a possible treatment, and to discuss on the same with me on the broadcast, two people who will tell us in detail what this entails. But first up, coming to you, Mr. Ashwin Srivastava, who's founder and CEO, Sapio Analytics. Many thanks for joining us this morning, Mr. Srivastava. Just to break it down for our viewers, first up, let's talk about how plasma therapy works to begin with. And what stage are we at as far as, plasma therapy is concerned? How far can we use it for at the moment?
So plasma therapy has been in existence for quite some time now. The way it works is that in a very simple layman language, antibodies are taken from patients who have already gone through a particular disease. And then those antibodies are injected through plasma in the patients who are currently supposed to be treated. And once that happens, then since there are antibodies which exist in that new patient, basically the treatment happens. In a very simple way, this is how plasma therapy exists. It has already been in existence for some time. With COVID-19, the whole idea is that can the plasma therapy work to the best possible extent? And for that, I think there has to be very specific protocols that need to be designed. And only the conventional plasma therapy may not be the perfect solution to solving COVID-19. So, if I may elaborate further?
All right.
Okay. So,
But how successful has it been? How successful, Mr. Srivastava, has it been in India's fight against COVID-19? Because, just recently we put out a report on how this patient recovered very well in Saket, Max Hospital Saket. He was put off the ventilator and all thanks to plasma therapy. So in that sense, how effective is this?
So it is extremely effective. It has already started. I think clinical trials are going on in India. Once it becomes more mainstream, we will see the impact of that happening. So yes, it is. It has been effective for other diseases in the past, and that's why it's expected to be effective for India as well. Just to add one point, when we do plasma therapy, it's also important to combine it with certain other therapies around it, so that it becomes much more impactful. So, that's why we have also created something called a hyperion plasma therapy, where it basically combines plasma therapy with an adjuvant therapy called negative ion therapy. So, that is also needed to a great extent.
All right. And as for the global situation is concerned, Mr. Srivastava, if you could help us understand how successful has it been across the globe? We are looking at it, and it'll be great if we can really reach a solution as far as COVID-19 is concerned using the plasma therapy. We're seeing, some results come out which are turning out to be very positive as far as this therapy is concerned. But as for the world picture is concerned, plasma therapy across the globe, how is it being looked at?
Let me explain that. So the therapy which we are talking about, we have already done trials on a large number of patients in China and in Germany, and the impact has been significant. When I say we, I mean Sapio, our company, Redcliffe, and Dr. Amina Athar led team of European Medical Association. So what we have done is that it's been tested on a large number of patients in China. China is a good example to start off with, and the results, just to give you the numbers, we have seen around 60% of them getting treated and recovered within the 48 hours itself. So that's a huge advantage. The beauty of this therapy is not just that it treats COVID-19, but also that it treats within a limited amount of time, thus allowing for the health resources also to be available immediately for the next set of patients. So that's another thing. So yes, in China, the numbers has been great.
Right.
In Germany also, the number has been great in terms of this therapy.
All right. Since you mentioned Redcliffe Sciences, we also have co-founder of Redcliffe, Ashish Dubey, joining us on the broadcast. Thank you for speaking to us, Mr. Dubey. Your take on plasma therapy, of course, you've been looking at this in detail. How close are we really to relying on plasma therapy as a solution for fight against COVID-19?
Well, if you see, a lot of evidences is coming in place already, and because plasma has already been tested, and few of the patients has been recovering well out of it. In fact, as my another colleague Ashwin mentioned, a lot of countries have tested, and a lot of positive results is already in front of us. The going forward for us is that we have to find all the solutions, and plasma therapy is one of it, which is the very fastest available until the vaccine is available. And vaccine is a long story, because vaccine will take its own time, because you have to go to clinical trials, you have to do phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. A few of the stories coming for the phase 2 now, but I think still it will be another a year away from us. Looking at the situations, plasma therapy gives us a really good hope, and the fastest, I think, in the current situation today. The technology which we are coming up with is basically another boost for the same therapy, because we are talking about the ionization of the plasma. When I say ionization, what we are saying is that we are doing the therapy in a way that it affects the patients, or it affects the system much faster way. The efficacy of the treatment becomes much more, to the recipient, much more acceptable in the very fastest time. So you are looking at the recovery phase much shorter than the wait. So 48 hours, which we claim, is actually been tested already.
All right. So we've been talking about the success of the plasma therapy, but Mr. Dubey, are there any risks also linked to it that we're looking at that probably everyone is now focusing on?
Well, see, I think we have to wait for more results to come in, because we have still a very small set of samples been tested on it. However, the science behind this whole thing is that the plasma is nothing but the antibody generated within the system. So if anybody is infected out of a disease, the body itself generate the fighting mechanism, which is basically antibodies, and that's what the therapies we are looking at. And I don't really see, because when we say plasma therapy, we are looking at the infections from COVID, and then the same antibodies are being given to the person who is affected. So I don't really see, though, I mean, I'm not supposed to be comment on that right now, because the clinical trials and clinical study have to come forward and state more on it, and that is exactly what we are trying to achieve now in our system. We'll be recruiting more patients, and we'll be taking permissions from DCGI and ICMR and all these authorities, so that we can test it on more and more patients. But I'm sure there is no risk involved as such right now, because plasma therapy is not new. The world have seen it, the world have tested it, and on many other infectious diseases, it has been working very good.
Yes, and positive results have been spotted from across the world as far as this therapy is concerned. We leave it at that, Mr. Srivastav and Mr. Dubey. Thanks for speaking to us and giving us a sense of what exactly the therapy is all about, and how much can we expect from plasma therapy in the near future as far as our fight against COVID-19 is concerned. Thank you.